So I'm on the Pennington mine lake up in Cuyuna in northern Minnesota. And I'm gonna paddle through a stretch of 5 or 6 mine lakes that are all connected by waterways. It starts with the Pennington, which is the one that I'm on, and then goes to the Mahnomen, Mahnomen 1, Mahnomen 2, there's Mahnomen 3, which is a small offshoot one, Alstead, and Arco, I believe, is the last one. But I wanted to do this stretch because the Mahnomen Lake, that mine pit, that one is 525 feet deep, which is the deepest lake in Minnesota. Well, the deepest lake that's not Lake Superior. And these lakes are all, the water in these is really clear. It's very turquoise. They're really clear. I can't see down to anything right now. But the water itself is really clear. And when we get a little shallower, I get closer to the shore. There, now I can start to see stuff under. Apparently you're supposed to be able to see down like 40 or 50 feet of visibility in the water. And I'm not sure what gives it this turquoise color that it has, but it makes it really pretty in the water. But the water's supposed to be crystal clear. Yeah, you can see that fish swimming. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a fish swimming right there. Oh, a whole bunch of them. But over near this edge of the shore, there's a lot of trees coming up. So I gotta pay attention to where I'm going so I don't run into one of them. Going over one right now. But these lakes, they were mining pits years ago, like 30, 40 years ago. They stopped using them. And I guess it took like 10 years or something like that for them to fill up to at the level that they're at with the water level. And I'm not sure what gives them the turquoise color. It might have something to do with all the like ore that's just in the ground or something. I'm not sure. This is like a 7 to 8 mile stretch. So it should take a good few hours to do this. And hopefully the wind conditions stay about how they are right now, because this is perfect. It's like a sheet of glass. So there's a ton of trees growing up that come almost right to the surface. And I guess what had happened was they stopped mining and then trees started growing. And the trees grew before the water started filling in. So there's very tall trees that are still standing beneath all this. And you really got to pay attention, because you'll come up on one and they'll be like right there. So I moved away from shore a little bit, hoping to avoid that. because I don't really want to run into one. So this is the waterway that goes from Pennington Lake to Mahnomen 1. And this Mahnomen 1 is the one that's the deepest. Although through here it looks really shallow. So you can see that all still looks like it was how it was when they started digging it all out, or maybe how they piled it up. But the vegetation's all back nice and thick all around this whole thing. This was like the perfect day to do this. I mean, it's going to get really hot. It's going to be in the 90s. It's already late morning, so I'll probably hit that before I'm done with all this. But it's super calm out here. I mean, there's a little bit of a wind and a little bit of riffle in the water, but it's really calm. And aside from one fishing boat that I passed back there a little bit, I'm the only one out here. And it's just really quiet. Except for those birds. Well, the wind started kicking up a little bit. And we got a little more movement in the water. But I should be getting close to Mahnomen 2. I think that's the channel to it right in front of me. Things should calm down once we get in there. So I'm coming up to the channel that runs between Mahnomen 1 and Mahnomen 2. Right up here. Nice little channel here. Gets a little shallower again. Okay. So this is Mahnomen 2. Not quite as big as Mahnomen 1. So now that we're on this Mahnomen 2, there's two kayakers across the lake from me and another one in front of me. That guy might be fishing. This must be the lake to be on. This is the second one. We're back on Mahnomen 2 after going down through Mahnomen 3. Catching anything? Yeah? Got the lake to yourself almost, huh? Huh?
That's pretty typical.
Oh, is it?
Most people come up here to go mountain bike.
Yeah, I saw a lot of them. Yeah, that guy mentioned mountain biking. I was out here last summer and mountain biked some of the trails. I don't do the hard trails. I just did the one that's the Galloping Goose. It's the easy trail. But they have one trail up here. I think it was called Sand something. Not really sure what it was called, but it won some mountain biking award that only like 4 or 5 other places in the entire world have won. But that's how good the mountain biking trails are up here. If they get any rain at all, they shut all the trails down. You can't even walk on them. They want to keep them really good. And when you ride them, you can tell that they put that much time into them because the trails are just so nice. They're just so nice. And I had gone on some of the difficult ones. Like there was a training area type thing. And I went on the difficult training area, and I had to skip over a bunch of it because it was like big, like 4-foot drops and stuff like that. That I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I walked around that stuff. But I was able to do some of it because there was easy stuff mixed into it. It wasn't all hard. But yeah, he said mostly everybody comes to this area for mountain biking, not for the lakes. But these lakes are really nice, and I'm surprised more people don't come to them. I guess they're stocked with trout, and he said he was catching bluegills. He didn't sound like he had caught a lot of them, but he sounded like he was catching enough to keep himself happy. But the lakes are actually supposed to be decent for fishing. I haven't seen anything big, but when we were closer to the shore, I saw a bunch of like smaller, like sunfish type fish.